we're going to be going over how you can set up your MongoDB server with SoulNode Hosting. So I'm going to be leaving this script in the description. This is what you can use as a base template when you're going to be adding databases for MongoDB. There's various applications and plugins that do actually require MongoDB, but it's up to you whether you want to use that or not. So we're going to be using LuckPerms in my instance. So if we go to our config, we can see that it does have application to use MongoDB. So we're going to be using that. So in here, we're going to be using a new database. So we're going to basically you can change this name. We're going to be making a new database. We're going to be inserting a value, and basically this just inserts a value to make the database sort of like come alive in a way. And then we're going to be creating our username and password, and then giving it the read and write permissions for the database. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to be changing this value. I'm going to call this LuckPerms db, and then we're just going to leave that as some value because it doesn't really matter what it is. And then we can change our username in here. So I'm going to call this db.user, and then for our password, I'm just going to type password 01, and then make sure our specific database does match what we changed up here. So go ahead and copy that, and we're going to be inputting it into there. So that's pretty much it. Now we can input these commands in our MongoDB console. So let's go ahead and use that specific one. So we have switched. We're going to be inputting this value. Go ahead and paste that in there. Perfect. And then we can copy pretty much all this section right here with the user, paste it in there, and there we go. So everything is successfully loaded. Now we can go over to our LuckPerms, and we're going to be setting this to our MongoDB server. Now we need to get our specific address. I'm going to be using this address for our MongoDB. We're just going to paste it in here. There we go. Now for our database name, it is the one that we made up here, so LuckPerms db. Our username is going to be our db.user right here. Alright, paste that in right there. Then the password that we made is just going to be password is 01. So let's go ahead and save that in LuckPerms, go back to our console, and we can restart our server. So we are loading up LuckPerms. Here we got a message saying, hey, this is going to be a cluster. Has opened the connection, and there we go. It has successfully enabled. So that is perfect. So now our LuckPerms database is now using MongoDB. If we come over and check over here, there's no type of error message because we did give them the specific correct rules to read and write for the database. So there we go. Now our LuckPerms is successfully added, and that is how you use MongoDB.